YouTube. We jumped on YouTube. We gonna do this real quick. Matter of fact, we should get on Twitch. I ain't. Yeah, we got YouTube. Well, welcome. Let's get into this real quick. I woke up. I'm getting older, people. And my birthday is coming up. So shout out to Leo gangs. But Leo gang. And I'm doing laundry late. Male stuff, people. But I wanted to just show people the coding process, like why I don't be doing a lot of content that much. I do take a lot of more clients privately now because of doing a lot of more building and then building the app, becoming and understanding how to, let's say, put it into a business format, own it, the data connection, and then learning how to, let's say, get this app onto the app stores or get investors or VCs to put it on different platforms to get exposure. Then I just wanted to show you late night the process, like too, because like I said, from the streets to entrepreneurs, we keep it real. This is live and direct, people. So if you hear a lot of stuff in the background, that's because there's still people outside on this good Wednesday. So yeah, I had to put the charger in. But we on YouTube. I wanted to get into a little bit of it. It's a lot, especially with me not being a fully good developing coder. So we're still a newbie to an extent. And I've been using a lot of just with the AI, fixing and going through a lot of errors, trials and errors, testing, council logs. It's been a lot of work in process, but it's a learning experience. But I wanted to let people see what it's like in the middle of the night. Because a lot of people I want to talk about that are do not know nothing about technology or what's going on with AI. So what we doing is I'm putting crypto payment into the app. And I know people like, yo, why are you putting crypto into the app? Because crypto, people, is definitely about to be, well, has been already, but it's a bigger shift right now. A bigger, way bigger shift right now, people, with crypto. This is a site. We're in local host right now, so we could, test it in development. But this is what it looks like in the back end for people that don't know what coding looks like. This is like when you always hit like a wrong button on your page or something and then it pops up like stuff like this. This is what actually runs the app, how it looks, how the button works. And then you get into different things like your APIs and then the frameworks, then security features. All of this stuff, if you could see the screen, is basically how the apps understand what's going on. What they're called is dependencies. Most of them are in like modules and things in that manner, but these other files that are just like loose, these are like basically your dependencies. To easily explain that for people is basically when you're dealing with the computer needs to understand how to communicate with each other. It communicates through coding, let's say. So inside these applications and websites, they need to be able to understand the framework, what's in it, and how to automatically communicate with it. And these is like a lot of the different files that helps your app be able to communicate with the internet or just communicate with different websites, people, the internet, and a lot of other different functionalities in the back end. Like we don't even want to jump into all of that. Like I don't even know what PHP stuff is. SQL, HTTPS is like a good thing to understand. That is like, why do you see that always in domain names and stuff like that? That's how things get on the internet. That's a different type of coding, let's say language, or not a coding language, but a technology that is connected to the internet that now helps, let's say, websites read web domains because of HTTPS. It's a lot. It's a lot of people. I'm saying that from a urban aspect. Please do not. I know all the coders and developers and people about to be like, I'm not hiring him. I'm about to fire him. But I'm just trying to make it simple and easy for people to understand. Even like children and stuff I'm getting around have no clue about the internet right now. Like, not just the internet, but how does a server work? How is the blockchain connected? And things in that manner. And also, I've been noticing it's a lot of things going on the internet in the back end. Like different chat groups and stuff that if you're into coding and things, you'll get into, you'll hear, you'll see things. And it's a lot going on with the internet that a lot of people don't know about that is affecting us. And we just think it's like, oh, it's just a little, no little error, little data breach. It's been massive stuff and attacks and things that deals with the internet, and a lot of it is being enhanced because of AI. That is another thing that I wanted to get into and show people, especially people like me. Sorry, but the power of this technology, people. So, bam, I've been into a little bit of coding at a later age in life, like around my 25s and stuff, right? And I had to really like go into YouTube videos, code camps and things in that manner because I'm more of a hands-on to learn coding. I didn't have a clue about what CSS is. I was basically on HTML, making a little web page. That's it. I ain't know how I was about to connect to a backend, data, authentication, etc., etc. With this technology now, you can literally, like how I'm talking to you right now, you can talk to the AI system or even record a voice message and put it in, and this system will explain it to you and teach you and code you whatever you want. You could then correlate that code with a couple YouTube videos and TikTok videos and really build something now. Like I'm talking about like really build something. Like you could really build a video game. Like a full working video game, put it on Steam. Steam is like a platform. If you a little bit up to date, you know what Steam is. But back in the day, that would have been like where we had to go to find like I got a fly in here. I hate flies. Pardon me. But it's like back in the day we had to go to like these websites to figure out how to find free games on the internet. But Steam and stuff like that, like you could really make a Java game, but in like in a couple of days, get it up and running, put it on the internet production, and like really be playing. MySpace, you can really make your own MySpace right now, or TikToks and stuff in that manner. It's going to take a little bit of more extra work, but you could literally, let's say for the work process, right? You could literally program AI tools, AI agents to become micro developers to help you for like errors, how to like how to put it in production, how to connect it to a database and stuff in that manner. Like you can use free websites and platforms now with 10 different emails and really get funky. And I'm saying this, like I said, specifically right now, a lot for people that look like me. The black culture. I watch every day, like Starter Story, Substacks, newsletters. I forgot a couple of the guys. I was in a Boke hackathon, and I'm watching people between the ages of, let's say, 17 and 25 use this stuff and already knew about coding or whatever or tech. Leave college and make an app and then 2-3 months get sold out, or 100 and some thousand users at $20 a month. Seriously. Boat.new did it. Base 44 literally just cloned and forked the whole VS Code, which is what you see on my screen. Added some AI tools in it, and that was it. Got brought out in a matter of 2 months. And it's not even like, all right, bam. All right, yes, the tech world and a lot of things is controlled, but let's look at it in a basic manner. That, let's say, forget the funding. Let's think about building an app. You control the users, your payment, and you get 1 million people on your app or download or website. That's the gist of it too, that people ain't getting. You can access the whole world with the internet. And even the dark web if you're a little bit more advanced and really get funky. Yes, people. And why am I saying that too? Because you gotta remember, I'm a little bit older, so I remember it was like people in the coding was like in a certain group. You didn't really know nothing about it, know nothing about them, or anything. For my era, you have now opened the door to a lot of opportunity, and then let's say decentralization. Not even talking about crypto. Think about it to where now before we all right. So how can I explain this? Look at the internet like a little continent, right? That you can just like every little state is on the internet. So you could literally make businesses as many as you want and put them on the internet as a website, web link, whatever, and access the world. Am I getting it? Like, is it? I don't know if I'm like explaining it right. Try to make it easy. So before you would, let's say for an example, you would have had to build a store in your neighborhood or community. Now you could build a store here, Africa, China. You could access to change. You know, Google comes with the language change. People could change the language to your website to access it anywhere. You gotta get it. We have to get into that now. And it's not even. Just think about it. Also, with the internet, is so many free tools that you can use, like open source. A lot of people don't know what the heck open source is. I didn't even know what open source was for a while. I got into open source a while ago when I learned about Bitcoin. And open source is basically a platform built around giving out free software, information around software and technology around the building of the internet and computer, so to say. On top of that, you could go to open source places and find coding, meaning that you could find the coding to a Facebook clone and really take that whole coding, put it on your computer, edit it, and then deploy a whole new Facebook. Like literally, it's called cloning. You could literally clone and fork Facebook, Netflix, and all type of other apps and websites and make your own. All right, let's take it from the top. You can literally mimic GTA 5 right now. This is what I said when I'm getting at with people, and it'd be like, poof. And this is for my people that are poof or brain thinkers and stuff. Sorry that we feel so alone. It's okay. Stay focused. Dream big. Cause yes. Alright, so for people, I be thinking, right? Imagine, like I said, I'm a little bit older. I'm 30 something years old. When I first went to college for this, I was a little bit older then. I was like 22, right? And everybody that was in my class was like 16, 17, and 18, around that age. And it was like, oh, I've been coding and doing this since I was like 12. Can you imagine what they're doing right now with the ability to talk to an AI system that is now fully integrated to scrape and automate processes on the internet? Like AI could really control your whole computer, access Google, and literally log into things. Can you imagine what these kids and people are doing that are super tech geniuses that has been into this since literally AI has been out for a while. For a while. They have been building on this system since I can't remember, but I remember an article saying since like 2012. Then it died out from the guy Jeffrey. I think his name is Godfrey or something like that, the godfather of AI. And then something happened, and Sam Altman, being like a Bill Gates, I don't know where this guy came from. Something happened, and they started to re-put massive money and investing into artificial intelligence in companies. Then they hit it with, you always got to be mindful, people, when things become consumer friendly. Like, you remember when like nobody had a computer, and then one day everybody had a computer, like even in the hood people had a computer. Remember the computer with the green button that used to light up, everybody used to get from Walmart? Exactly. When AI became consumer friendly, that's when you have to be like, wait. On top of that, I don't even want to get into like the futuristic things. Like that'll make your brain poof. My whole thing is to prevent that, or even like, I'm sorry to everybody that is into it. Go ahead, it's on you. But create, build now, learn, and have fun with this technology. It's a lot that you can do. Like, if I was a person into biochemistry right now, imagine what I could have been doing and learning outside of having to go sit in a classroom right now and at home chilling. It's killing a lot of people critical thinking, they said, but for people like me that's hands on, yeah, this is definitely a third wonder of the world. But yeah, I'll be right back, people. I gotta go check on this laundry. He said he's tired of streaming at 0 people. Where is all of these bots coming from? For Ben, let me show you it in action real quick. So what we did was, this is the window. We got Google Gemini booming, and then we got Copilot. That's another thing. Matter of fact, it's too late now. My data is already in the system. I was about to say that too, people. You gotta be mindful, because this is definitely storing every piece of data and information that you put into it. So, as you see, we had a problem. Let's go and ask it to review my app and explain it. No coding. I gotta put that in there, because sometimes you have to be very specific with this AI system, especially with coding. Always, let me tell you this, forewarning, always back up your folders and things in that manner. So as you see, the AI automatically wrote out a fact section explaining what the app is and things in that manner. You could go into it to give it more detail and then feed it in more files to figure out and let it understand the app also. But we're going to get into a little bit more, but I got to go check on this laundry for somebody steal my clothes. I'll be right back, people. We're going to let that run. Oh, I'm tired too, but I'm about to eat me something. Oh, we back. Pardon me. I told you I had to go grab this laundry. I gotta see. Pardon. But top of them. Well, good morning, because I think it is morning in other places. And good night. Let's get back into it. So basically, let's go into. Let's go into a couple things like GitHub. Oh, yeah. Pardon me. Shout out Canva. So as you see, I'm making some cover artwork. This is what I made today just to make the thumbnail for the channel real quick. But let's go into GitHub. And look, open source pops up. So GitHub is basically a massive platform. I can't even be honest. I can't even explain GitHub. I'm being honest. GitHub is just a massive platform for software development and storage of it. Why I say storage of it? Because you could literally go into GitHub and find anything. So as you see, code search. Well, probably boom. I'm probably in the wrong part of it. But this is the main page of GitHub and stuff like that. And yeah, I have an account. And I'm also tired. That's not an excuse for tonight. I don't feel like signing in because I gotta go through all of. See, I told you. I don't got time for all of that right now on the chat live and all that. So as you can see, bam, one of these is what this is called is a GitHub repository. What this does is you can literally, like I said, go on to places like GitHub, access one of these repositories, and literally you can take this whole file right here, download it into your computer, and there you go. You ain't even got to do all of the coding, the whole format. You can literally take that code and practice from there by editing, learning, seeing what errors and things in that manner. Swear to God. Sorry for cursing. But yes, this is what they call open source. Then, if you go down to a lot of them, you're going to be able to see that they have what they call certain licensing, meaning that you can use a lot of these platforms, rebuild on it, and yes, sell it. And I don't know why I'm so tired if I just took a nap. See, this is what also got to people. There's a lot going on in the world. A lot going on in the world. So this is GitHub. I don't want to sign in right now live because I got like what is it, two-factor authenticator, the text message. It's a lot. I'm gonna have to do it in the morning. But that's one platform. Now, GitHub is also where you personally can like control and store your code. So as you see, all of these coming like you see like a folder or a file package. Your code is going to work in that type of system. It's going to be in a file package, meaning it's going to have folders inside of it. And these folders are going to be, as you see from the screen, consist of different things for your coding. But it's going to be in like one folder, just to make an example. Then you're going to need to upload this folder, excuse me, to where not just to put it on the internet, but to put it in the middle. Meaning, how do I take this code that I'm making to operate on the internet and then put it before you can deploy it? You have to put it somewhere on the internet to an extent. I don't know how to explain that properly. Shout out my developers, but that's like you just gotta put this information on the internet first. There we're gonna say that before you actually deploy it to give it access to have users interact with it and people. You know what I mean? And then also, you're going to need a way for the internet to, let's say, interact with your application or your website. And that's what GitHub does also when it creates repositories or when you go to put your folders or your data, your coding of your app and stuff, or software too, on the internet. I'm gonna definitely practice on talking about that, but I told you people, no, I don't do no drugs. I am exhausted. As it's from looking at this screen and sitting. You definitely got to work out with the sitting jobs. Please work out. That's GitHub though. That's just a rough example. There's a lot of other platforms too out there. I cannot name off the top of my head, but there's definitely other platforms besides that just do simpler functionalities for you to where you just can connect, upload your app, and then upload it and deploy it to the internet. Like I said, what we're working on is Polygon with the crypto payment. And we do have another project that we working on. That's why I said I'm working on massive projects, like literally. But the consumer AI one is my main thing right now that we did. We're using Lang Chain right now. And I'm gonna do a lot more talking about Lang Chain and their whole platform because they're also open source. As you see, they come with pricing, but the pricing is basically for people that want to. I think it's basically their developer and a payment plan is just for your workspaces if you're using and storing. Yeah, it's like a lot of like basically a lot of the data if you're using their platforms online or in the cloud. But you can actually use this 100% open source for free. And then you have, as you see, LangChain and LangGraph. Basically, these is just the coding language for a large language model to do. And like you see, LangChain is the open composite framework. But basically, you can anybody can use this technology right now. Put it like that. This AI technology, large language models. With that being said, you can now build with this. Is LangChain open source? Yes, LangChain is an MIT licensed open source library and free to use. So there you go. But basically, if you're into AI and stuff, and especially with our company that we're doing, we're using a lot of open source tools because now this gives people a lot more power to control their data. And people, data is the biggest thing right now, especially needed for these AI systems. So that's one of the main things that we're also going to be probably talking about later in the future. To give you a little rough draft into this. And it's not really hard, people, when it comes to, let's say, coding. Langsmith, Langchain, Langgraph. So Langgraph, Langsmith, and Langchain are just different. It's like different packages within the LangChain things, and then they work for different functionalities. As you see, you have one specifically for Python, and then JavaScript. JavaScript is a little bit easier, and that's what I've been working with. Why? Also, I use React, and React is in everything almost. So as you see, you got Node, and we're gonna get in that too, cause I didn't know what Node was and all of that too. And luckily, I got a gaming computer because if I had a regular computer, I wouldn't have been able to probably do a lot of this stuff. Because my mind is already dying from a lot of it. But as you see, you could build out your own agents. That means you could take this code or this page, this link, put it into an AI system, have it teach you it or program it for you, and build out your own systems. Um, Now, what you could do with this is just ridiculous. You can do anything. Like scrape your own website, your own social media, competition, make content. The list goes on. But oh my god, I'm tired. I'm about to get off this for the night, people. And we'll get into this a little bit more. I wanted to stream with y'all all night, but I do not feel good to be staying up tonight. I feel massively groggy. And I've been drinking different things. You see, I don't like water like this either which way because it's still in a plastic bottle. But this is definitely better probably than tap water. Yes, tap water is killing people, bro. It's also changing people, making them suffer. I'm serious. I even had to go like test it out. And it's definitely bad. But that'll get on another note, people. But one thing I like to always say in my podcast and stuff, you woke up this morning or you woke up in general, you are blessed. God put you here for a special purpose. Times is hard for a lot of people. I know it. Sometimes you have to just look for that light at the end of the tunnel for yourself and find a way to get there. Stay tuned for more. This is Copy Paste Coders, and this will be our tech segment from the streets to entrepreneurs. I'll be your host, Promise Davon. We out. I am exhausted, people. Do not, y'all better not bomb me for this stream.